Hello Virgo, welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your yearly 2023 tarot reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So I hope you're well. Remember, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you as always. So let's see what we have for our lovely Virgos. Please, Angel Spirits Guides 2023. I'm going to pull one card per month, Virgo, and we'll just go into the energies for that month. Okay, so what do we have for Virgo, please? Thank you. We have the Eight of Cups in January. Oh, King of Swords, February. The Strength card, March. Judgment, April. The Knight of Wands, May. The Moon energy, June. The Ace of Wands, July. Page of Wands. All this Wands energy here in these few months. This is August. We have the Chariot. That is September. I feel this is likely you, Virgo, male or female. The King of Pentacles in October. Always nice when your energy, especially a king or queen, appears in your reading. Three of Pentacles. That's November. And the Seven of Cups in December. Okay, Virgo. So let's have a look at January. So we have this Eight of Cups. So you can see that moon, top left-hand corner of the card. Now, this is a very intuitive card. This is somebody who is absolutely trusting their intuition in moving in a direction of where their intuition is telling them to move. So the Eight of Cups can be about walking away from something, turning your back on something. You know, it can be because it's time, because you might have learned as much as you can in that particular place or situation, and it's time to move on. It's time to go in search of greater fulfillment and happiness, because there is something missing here. You can see that there's 8 cups, there's a missing cup. This is somebody who's going in search chronologically of the 9 of Cups. They're walking towards the 9 of Cups, greater happiness and fulfillment and joy, something even better. So that's what the Eight of Cups implies, either going in search of that or you're walking towards something better. So it is about walking away from something, but I feel in this energy is because it's time for whatever reason. So that's what I have for you in January. So February, we have the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords can be somebody who is very clear, this could be your energy as well in February. This can be somebody who is good at getting the big picture, somebody who understands how to make choices and decisions and move in directions that suit them. So it could well be that these 2 months are quite related. You might be adopting this energy of the King of Swords, male or female, somebody who's really getting clarity about their situation and making choices and decisions for the betterment of them, doing the right thing for them. Now, it can also represent a person. It might well be you're getting some communication from somebody. It will be an authority figure. This is somebody who's very knowledgeable, very clever, very educated, very direct as well, very clear with their words. They use their words wisely, you know. So this is somebody who might be bringing you some kind of communication. Very good in legal areas as well, the King of Swords. This is somebody who brings clarity to a situation as well. So somebody in authority who brings you clarity, who might bring you communication that you need to hear. So you might be dealing with some kind of King of Swords on that basis. Like I said, it could be a leader, could be somebody in authority, somebody who has, a significant, position. They will generally be very well respected as well. This can be somebody who offers very good advice as well, if it's a friend or family member, somebody who sees the big picture where you might need help in getting that here, Virgo. So again, you could be getting some good advice or counsel. King of Swords can be about advisors, counselors, in all areas of life. So again, that might apply to you in February. So we move on to March, and we have the lovely Strength card. This is the card of Leo, so you might be dealing with a Leo or have Leo in your chart and adopting the energies of what this card is. So this card is about where you connect to your inner power. Because when we connect to our inner power, and it's the power that Spirit gives us from within, it's our soul power, the Strength card. It's power from, and when we connect to our soul power in some way, it's infinite. That's what the infinity sign shows on the card here. When we get to connect to our true power, our true selves, our true courage, our true strength, our true convictions, we can face anything and overcome it. That's what the Strength card implies. So remember that maybe in March here, Virgo. This is about, yes, you do have the power to face things and overcome them. Now, this can be also facing things internally. It can be external, but it can also be to do with facing our own insecurities, doubts, fears. Because the Strength card helps us grow, you know. Sometimes if, you know, we hold ourselves back from doing a particular thing, for example, because there's insecurities about it, or, you know, fear factor or something. This can be about facing it, you know. So it might well be for some of you, it's about, you know, going within and overcoming internal insecurities and doubts and fears as well. So this is about facing things and being in your power to face the things that need to be faced. And being strong enough to face those fears, doubts, insecurities, and also external issues, challenges. This is, I'm going to face this head on, you know. And when you do, the Strength card is you are in your power to face it, overcome it, move on from it. That's what this card implies. So it's very empowering. We have Judgment. So this is April. So this is a major life choice or decision. If this is you making a judgment, it can represent, like I said, a major life choice or decision. And the message with Judgment is always think carefully about what choice you make, because this card represents that it stays with you for quite some time, that choice. So choose wisely, give some time and consideration to maybe some life choices, decisions that you might be making here, because this can be that kind of gateway where you can choose, do I stay on my current path or do I move in a completely different direction? It can also be linked with forgiveness in that respect as well, and letting go from that, truly letting go from that, and moving forward, bringing conclusions to situations. The Judgment card can also be an external judgment coming into you. It can appear with things like legal situations or independent entities making significant decisions and choices that affect you. So like I said, naturally it would lend itself to things like legal things, because it's all about right and just and fairness, this Judgment card, and quite karmic as well. So it might well be that you're getting some significant decision here that you might have been waiting for in April. When Judgment appears in your reading, it's quite favourable for you if it's an incoming decision. And it means that it brings, you know, a conclusion to a situation, and you can just move on from this then. So that's the energy here, Virgo. We have the very exciting Knight of Wands. So Knights generally bring in offers and opportunities for change. And this is really one of the very exciting nights, you know, because it's the Wands energy. It's electric. It's connected to our passions, our desires. So very good in terms of somebody new on the scene, in terms of love, romance, relationships. This will be somebody who you will be attracted to. There's chemistry, there's a spark. Would be quite a confident person, probably very spontaneous as well. So that kind of person you might be connecting to. I mean, it's not necessarily just to do with love. It could be this person might, you know, appear on the scene for you for whatever reason. It could be a friendship, for example, in May time. Now, the Knight of Wands can bring offers and opportunity in business, career, finances. So there may well be some offer extended to you here. It's interesting because there does feel like there's quite a lot of Wands energy the next few months. Whether this is something that pans out, an offer, an opportunity comes in, and then there's some kind of new beginning to do with an opportunity. I mean, things like that might pan out for you over the next few months. But this can be an opportunity for change, job offers, business opportunities, enterprise, very good in terms of business career. Now, the other meaning for me as a reader with the Knight of Wands is it can be about green lights. If you have been waiting for something to come in whatever area of your life, and you've just been waiting for something to happen or waiting for something to move forward, this is a big forward movement energy. It's very fast, it comes in very quickly, and it's like all systems go, go, go. For me as a reader, this can be getting a green light, and it's moving forward very, very quickly. So you might also be connecting to somebody who is spontaneous. With that Knight of Wands, sometimes quite a spontaneous individual, like I said. But this just feels like something very exciting comes in here in May time for you here, Virgo. So again, this just feels like there's some significant change here. Generally, it's a very good sign. Now we move into June. June, we have the Moon card. So this can be here, Virgo, where we just sometimes have to surrender and trust. We have a powerful intuitive energy with the Moon card. It can represent doubts, fears, not seeing things clearly, that feeling of being unsure. This is the Moon card. So sometimes when the Moon appears in readings, we just have to surrender and trust our intuition, because this is really where Spirit is leading us forward in a direction. We have a strong intuitive pull with the Moon. When things aren't clear with our normal senses, this is when we just have to surrender and trust and go within and trust our intuition. It can be a card of hidden blessings where even though not everything is clear to us, even though there may well be some doubts, even deep-seated fears with the Moon energy, because this can be about our subconscious as well, our subconscious fears, our subconscious doubts, something that we might not even be consciously aware of. So just bear that in mind. But it is also a card of hidden blessings in this point. Again, trusting your intuition. Sometimes we just have to surrender and trust and move in a direction where we intuitively feel we need to move in. And there is hidden blessings associated with that, because the Moon reflects the Sun, and the Sun is divine energy in the major arcana. This is just the energy of, even though we don't see it, it doesn't mean that, Spirit isn't working behind the scenes helping us. So it's a strong energy of hidden blessings there. So there may well be things that are not quite clear to you, but you will have a strong intuitive energy about them in June. So trust that. Yeah, and then, this could well be, if this was, for example, a love romance situation and somebody had fears, doubts, insecurities, or uncertainty, possibly because of past experiences, like I talked about, that subconscious thing. This is somebody who's starting something new with somebody and going for it. For example, that could be a love thing, because, over the next few months, because in their heart and soul, they feel that's the right thing to do. But again, that's just an example. And like I said, there just seems to be quite a bit of exciting energy. And it might well be that something is moving forward, for example, in May. And it might well be that then there's some kind of uncertainty or something's thrown into doubt in June. But then it does feel like it all picks up in these months. So if these cards are related, which they're not always, Virgo, that might well be the case for you. So we have, because a lot can happen in a month, let alone a year. So we have July, the lovely Ace of Wands. Now, it's always lovely when an ace appears in your reading, because it's just that extra bit of magic. This is linked to new beginnings, Virgo. Now, the aces can be to do with our heart and soul, our passions, our desire. So yes, it can be linked with new passion, new desire, new chemistry. Can also be linked with that could be with an individual. it can also be linked with new jobs, new business opportunities. Naturally, as it is the Ace of Wands, it can be linked to business, career, enterprise. The other thing with the Ace of Wands, it can be where our heart and soul leads us. So you might be taking action in a particular, through a new door here, Virgo, because you feel that's the right thing to do, because that's where your heart and soul is pulling you in that direction. So, I always describe the Ace of Wands as if you visited a place, a state, a county, that you just felt an affinity with, your soul was connected to that place. This would be the energy of taking action through that new door and moving there, because that's where you feel drawn to. That's where you feel magnetically pulled to. So that's the Ace of Wands for me as a reader. So it's situations that inspire that. It's inspired action, the Ace of Wands. Similarly, you might be inspired to start something new. Certainly these two energies here, right here, these can be about giving something new a go and just learning as you go. So new project, new creative endeavor. You could be learning something. It could even be as a hobby, or it could be a hobby that you hope long term would turn into a business thing even. A second maybe revenue stream, but something that you really enjoy, something that's connected to your heart and soul. This is, it could be anything, like anything from photography to a YouTube channel to, you understand what I'm saying? It's just something, it's a passion of yours, it's a desire of yours. So this is the energy of just starting something new because you're inspired to. And again, this could pan over here because again, the pages can be learn as you go. So between these 2 months, they could be connected. But let's take this separately as well. We have the Page of Wands. So this is August time. And this can be exciting news. So the Page of Wands can come in, and for me as a reader, these can be trigger points for change. A lot of the time the pages can be about starting something new or beginning something new or having the opportunity for that. But it can also be messages, news, information coming in that's exciting, that can bring positive change. So that's the lovely energy here. And this is just about, if this is starting something, like I said, if it's linked to this kind of, these 2 months are linked together, this is, okay, how do I go about this? How do I make this happen? What do I need to consider and look at? Is that kind of learn as you go energy. So that's what I have with the Page of Wands here. And we have the Chariot. Now this is September time for you. Love this major arcana energy because it represents a victory, a success, a win. But it's not been easy. This is somebody who's had to overcome obstacles, had to really stay determined, stay on point. This is eyes on the prize. This is the direction I'm going in, and I'm not taking my eyes off the end result here, because no matter how many detours, no matter how many obstacles I might have, I'm going to keep on going in this straight line. So this is the energy here, Virgo, of victory, a success, a win for some of you. Now, the Chariot can be also linked with travel. So it might well be that there's reasons to travel this month. It represents also moving from A to B. So there may well be some kind of transition, some movement here that's happening here with the month of September. It's also, I talk a lot about the external environment here so far, but internally, and it's right, and it's interesting, it's right underneath that Strength card as well. The Chariot can also be about overcoming our own internal obstacles and fears, doubts. So this might well be where you or somebody very close to you is moving forward in a particular direction, and that's the victory because they overcome the challenge, the obstacle. Like I said, you might be overcoming some kind of obstacle, fear, doubt, insecurity, call it what you will. This is somebody who overcomes that, moves past that, and moves forward. And again, that's the victory here with the Chariot. The Chariot can be an internal journey as much as it is an external one. So this is really about overcoming obstacles in ourselves. Sometimes the roadblocks that we put up within ourselves, it's pushing those down and moving past those, and similarly also in our external environment. So it's a beautiful victory because it's so deserved, because this person really would have had to persevere on a path, you know, certainly in the external environment, to claim some kind of victory here. Now, this can be, you know, anything in terms of, I mean, it can be any life area. It could well be some kind of significant success coming in for you. Like I said, legal, contractual, money, business. But it's not limited to that. This can be about really moving forward in overcoming issues or difficulties in relationships. It can be about overcoming difficulties in health issues. The message is there's victory on this path. Okay, I love the October energy because this is you in your power. This is you on your throne. King of Pentacles. This can be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But there's a lovely energy here, Virgo, male or female with this king. This is somebody who is in their power, somebody who understands how to manifest their physical reality. The pentacle energy is all about what we see, what we can touch, what we can, you know, see and sense and all of that kind of thing. So it's our conscious reality. So it lends itself to money, career, property, home, foundational relationships, security on all fronts. So this is a lovely sign of all that, Virgo. Whatever you've been doing this year, it's leading to you coming into your own, you being on your throne, you feeling stability, security. This is a card of wealth and success as well. So very lovely energy for that. Now, again, if this is another person for you, the King of Pentacles can hold the business opportunity, but not limited to that. They can be a business advisor, they can be an investor, they can be a bank manager, a financial advisor. So it could be somebody who's giving you some kind of practical advice as well. So you might be connecting to that person if this wasn't you. For the majority of you, I think this is you. It's a great card of stability, security, success. Yeah, we move into November. We have the Three of Pentacles. Now, for me as a reader, the Three of Pentacles, you can see these people are building the foundations of a church. And it's foundational energy, the Three of Pentacles, because it's what everything else is built on top of. So it's about getting that stable foundation in so you can really build that solid, stable structure, that solid, stable success. You know, this is the energy. So it can represent partnerships and collaborations. Could be in terms of business, career, finances, or on projects or endeavors of some kind. It can also be about getting everybody on the same page, or needing a situation arising where you are instrumental in getting everybody on the same page. If everybody else is doing a different thing or wanting different things to happen and nobody can agree on something, it might well be that you're instrumental in bringing everybody together and getting everybody on the same page in November. It's always a lovely energy for that. But yeah, it can be about joining new teams, collaborations. The other message with the Three of Pentacles is it can be about some level of compromise and negotiation as well, Virgo. So yeah, and the messages would be open to compromise, be open to negotiate, be open to, if everybody gives ground, then that's how everybody again gets on the same page. So that's the energy here, but it's always linked to success, the Three of Pentacles, because when there's that kind of like unity energy of everyone coming together and working towards a particular direction, that leads to a solid foundation for real success and growth and stability. So even in relationships, this can be about coming together to make something work or agree on something. Yeah. So we have the Seven of Cups. Yeah. I love the Seven of Cups because the Seven of Cups can be linked to our hopes, dreams and wishes. So it might well be in December, there are a number of opportunities. This can represent a number of opportunities, a number of pathways, following even hopes, dreams and wishes, something that's obviously connected to your heart. This can be that kind of energy here, Virgo. Now, the Seven of Cups for me as a reader can also be you have options, you have choices, very beautiful ones as well, because it's all linked to our hopes, dreams and wishes. These can also be about, objectives and how to kind of like make decisions and choices based on where we want to move forward, what we want to manifest, and so on and so forth. So there may well be a number of options, opportunities around you here, maybe some kind of choice to make. And the message with the Seven of Cups is, if you're feeling a little bit confused, always trust your intuition, because this is a highly intuitive card. So any choices or decisions that you make here, Virgo, just always make sure that that decision is in line with your intuition and you won't choose wrong. So that's the energy with the Seven of Cups. So that's what I have for the year of 2023 here, Virgo. Really lovely reading. I hope you enjoyed your reading, found it helpful, useful. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a lovely 2023 and I will see you next time.